I'm a member of the Links Incorporated, and we work to reach out to historically black colleges and universities and students and help them transition from college to their careers.
She's taking these young ladies and she's just committed to making sure that they're on the right track professionally, socially, educationally, academically. She wants to make sure that she imparts what she knows to them and what's the right thing to do at the right times. And they're really loving it. They're heating it up, and we're enjoying it too.
It means so much to me that Latricia has taken me in. When I first came to TSU, I didn't know anybody. For me to have her here, trying to teach me how to be a woman, but also teach me how to be financially responsible and teach me like life goals and how to reach them. So she's family to me.
As she grew up in Hermitage, Tennessee, Latricia Jemison would find inspiration in the newly desegregated schools of the South.
My brothers and I were the first generation to attend schools that were desegregated in metropolitan Nashville. As we started school, I just decided that I could be a leader and I could run for office. I prepared the speech and I had signs and all kinds of things, and I was voted vice president of the student body. And it just became something that I enjoyed doing all through high school. And when I graduated, I was president of the student body.
After graduating from Middle Tennessee State University, Latricia began a career in banking and quickly found that government regulations would foster the passion she had for her community.
The Community Reinvestment Act looks at banks lending investment and services in low and moderate income communities. A lot of people think that it's diversity, but it's not. It is about income. And they're looking at various different community development purposes: affordable housing, neighborhood revitalization and stabilization. They're looking at small business development, and then services for low and moderate income individuals.
Latricia knows how to work with people in the community because she loves her community. And she wants to see low and moderate income people grow. She wants to see she wants to see them prepare for retirement. She wants their children to have financial education. She wants them to live in a safe and decent home. And when you have that kind of passion with the power of Regents behind you, you can make such a difference in your community.
Latricia's got this uncanny ability to either walk into the office of the president of a university and have a personal connection, or walk into a disadvantaged elementary school where she immediately connects with those students. And so she doesn't demand respect, she just instills that respect.
Within the community, there are various cultures. We grow up in different ways. We go to different churches. We have different backgrounds. And Latricia has a really nice way of being able to bridge that and bring people closer together to be able to help us all reach a more common goal towards bettering the community.
And even the mayor's office has taken notice, appointing Latricia to chair a commission overseeing an important low-income housing trust fund.
This trust fund has been established to help nonprofit developers, and it's named after a great housing advocate, a great champion for low and moderate income families in Nashville, and that's the Reverend Bill Barnes. And so when I was young in the community development world, I would go to meetings and I would hear Reverend Barnes very passionately talk about the needs for low-income families, and that housing was very critical.
Latricia really has a good sense of where the recipients of affordable housing are coming from and what their lives look like and what their experiences are. But then she also has a true understanding of what it takes to do a development deal and to build affordable housing and finance it. So having that perspective of the end user, of the nonprofit agency that's applying for the dollars, as well as the government's kind of needs to produce, but also to be very responsible and compliant. she gets all of those steps. And having that kind of leadership on the commission has just made things go so much more smoothly.
Her invaluable leadership, guidance, and expertise has also been utilized by the Urban League of Middle Tennessee.
But I served on the board since 2002 and rolled off the board, and then they called me and asked me would I come back and serve as board chair, and so I did. And I'm very passionate about it because, again, it's helping low and moderate income individuals meet the goals that they have for their families.
I think she understands smaller nonprofits and the work that's required to get the job done. I think we have a fairly aggressive agenda for our staff size. So she realizes that we are feet on the ground every day, all day long.
Latricia really carries the burden of the community every single day on her shoulders, and she realizes that there are people who are voiceless, people who really need help, and she really advocates for people like that. I think it speaks to her character, it speaks to her resolve and really seeing things get done. So she's one of those people who just doesn't talk about it, but she really does make it happen.
Tell me about your hobbies.
Tell you about my hobbies. I don't have time for hobbies. I work so much in the community and all the work I do here at Regions, I don't have time for hobbies. I work all the time. So I really, really like music. My husband, Roderick, is in the music industry. He works specifically in gospel and a little bit of jazz music. And I get to go to a lot of concerts. Sometimes I leave him at the concerts because they last pretty late into the night.
From mentoring young adults, to chairing boards and commissions, to experiencing all that her city has to offer, Latricia Jemison is Nashville. But it's her passion for progress that rises above the rest.
I think that it's very important to help others get to that point to where, you can really be a homeowner. You can go to school. You can get an education. It's available to you. And there are so many people that do not think that they can have that because of their circumstances. And so it's important to work with organizations that help those individuals realize that, you can do it too.